told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away, as you fade away.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Gotta build up of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay. Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way. I can see the way you look at me, I'm such a disgrace. I never really asked to be brought into this place. You wanna love me? Well then baby have a taste. All the highs and the lows, no, you'll never be the same. I don't really wanna hurt you, but I can't control the pain. If you're sticking by my side, maybe we could be okay. Okay, maybe you could be the change I need today. I promise that I've never felt this way. I really hope that you will choose to stay through all the pain.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. Guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away, as you fade away, as you fade away.
So we're gonna make a creation. I made it twice so far, and I was trying to kind of get the kinks out before I shared it with you guys. So we're gonna make a protein blueberry muffin. Really a pumpkin blueberry muffin because it's got pumpkin in it, so you can taste it a little bit. But this recipe I got from my coach's wife, Caroline. She posted it on her, she has like a baking page because she loves to bake and do healthy recipes too, but I got it from her. But I modified it a little bit for some of the ingredients that I had. So hers doesn't use pumpkin, it uses applesauce instead, but I know you can kind of use pumpkin in place of applesauce when it comes to the like texture and moisture that you need for your recipes, and I don't mind the taste of it, so we're gonna use pumpkin. Anyway, so you're gonna use a bowl, need a whisk, and you're gonna put it in this little like ramekin. So it's gonna bake in the oven like this little like ramekin or a little dish if you have one. And then we just need a couple measuring utensils. So I'm gonna put my bowl on here. Actually first, what I'm gonna do is take my blueberries. I'm gonna pour them in the ramekin first. So I did 50 grams of blueberries, and you can obviously modify some of these amounts. This is just what I did for my specific macros for what I needed, and to kind of just make the recipe bake well like it's supposed to. So the first time I made it, because I'm using frozen blueberries, the first time I made it, I just put the blueberries in as they were in the batter and baked it. So since they were frozen, they had a lot of moisture in them. So when it went to bake, it took a lot longer to bake and it was very dense and thick. So since then, I have learned this. The second time I made it, I put them in water to defrost them first. So then they were nice and like just thawed out. And then I drained the water off of them, so whenever they baked in the muffin, it didn't cause it to be thick or really dense. So, but if you use, let's put that back in the freezer. But if you use like just fresh blueberries, you obviously can skip this step. I just have frozen ones, so that's what I'm using. Anyway, so then in a bowl, we're gonna do our dry ingredients first. So Caroline does oat flour, so she blends up her oats to make a flour. I just left them whole, I just didn't feel like doing that step the other day, and it's worked fine, so I'm just keeping my oats whole. But I'm doing 2 tablespoons of oats, just dry. These are the quick oats. Just 2 tablespoons of these. 1 tablespoon of coconut flour, so this is just the one I have. We're not going to talk about the expiration date because I've had it for I don't even know how long. But it still worked fine and I didn't die, so here we are. 1 tablespoon of that. We need a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, so this helps with the rise. And also the first time I made it with the frozen blueberries, left them frozen, it did not rise very much. It just stayed very dense and compact, and the second time it rose. So, and I did baking powder both times, so that made a difference. And then we're gonna do cinnamon. So just some ground cinnamon, as much as you desire. I'm gonna do a lot, because that's how I roll. I'm gonna check my blueberries. I'm gonna drain these off. Like I said, if you're using fresh ones, you can skip this step. This is just what I've got so far. Okay. I'm gonna actually do them again, just so they thaw out good. Then you're gonna whisk your dry ingredients together. I forgot one, so we are doing protein powder. So just vanilla protein, I'm doing a 1/2 scoop. So I'm gonna put my thing on here, zero it out, and I need 15 grams of protein powder. There we go. So adding some protein to the recipe. And I put a screenshot of my Fitness Pal up here for you guys, so you guys can see the amounts that I logged in my Fitness Pal. And it comes out to like less than 200 calories for the whole thing. So that is phenomenal. That's awesome. And it makes like a decent portion like that ramekin. It fills it up completely. So it doesn't, it makes a really good size muffin. And I have my oven preheated to 350. So it's waiting on me. So I'm just gonna kind of whisk this together, my dry ingredients together. And then you're gonna do pumpkin puree. So I'm just doing like 1/4 cup. So I'm actually just gonna kind of eyeball it. That's about 1/4 cup, about that much. Then I'll stir that up. And then you just need however much almond milk to kind of make the consistency. I think she used about 1/3 cup. So you just kind of put that in there and then stir it up till it gets the consistency that you want. But this turned out to be a great thing. Like I said, this will be the 3rd time I'm making it, and I'm just making it the night before, so it's already baked and ready for me in the morning. And it's something easy I can carry to work and eat after I get done training in the morning. And after doing my cardio, because y'all know I normally carry like my cream of wheat with my protein powder. So it's kind of, you know, essentially the same thing, slightly different ingredients. And all I gotta do is stick it in the microwave. So it's very similar to what I've been doing, but obviously different. And Caroline put some peanut butter in hers as well. I just didn't do that, just to save some of my fats for later in the day. So I did not put any. I'm gonna put a little bit more. I'm gonna put a little bit of water actually. That's what I did the other day too. So I did almond milk primarily, and then I added just a little bit of water for some more moisture. I'm gonna drain these off again. And like I said, you can adjust these quantities for what you need in your macros. So that's the beauty of it. But y'all know I'm a sweets girl, and this is saving me because I've been really ready to eat some food. So this is a great alternative. I'm just gonna pour this in there. So applesauce and pumpkin puree are great, like healthier baking options versus like butter and eggs. So they're a great substitute to add moisture to recipes, and a lot lower. They have carbs in them versus like with the eggs and butter is mainly fat. So it's a way to kind of trim down on the fat, but you still get the moisture that your batter needs. So this is what we ended up with the batter. So obviously mine's gonna have a slight pumpkin flavor because of the pumpkin puree. And I'm gonna do a little bit of stevia in here. So I have my squirt stevia. This is just a sweetener, artificial, naturally occurring sweetener. So it's from the stevia leaf. And you do not need a lot. You need just a little bit, not that much. Like I put that in my oats sometimes and stuff. And I haven't put that in this so far, so I'm gonna try this. Just adds a little bit of sweetness, but nothing major. So that's the batter. You don't want to beat the blueberries too much, or else they obviously get kind of mushed, and your batter is gonna start turning blue, which mine has, but it's okay. I don't really care. But I'm gonna use my ramekin. I just wiped it out, and I'm gonna do some non-stick spray just to be on the safe side. I don't know if you really have to do this, but just to kind of, because I'm just gonna eat it straight out of this. Like I'm not really gonna take it out and try to eat it out of the ramekin. I just eat it from the ramekin, so it doesn't really matter. But we're just gonna see if I do this and y'all can actually see. Just gonna pour this in there. It may kind of look like slop, but it's okay because it tastes really good. This is a great pre-made breakfast thing. So I'm sure you could put this in like a muffin tin. Do muffin tin, do muffins, or do just like a loaf bread and just kind of do that instead. And you could make more than one serving at a time. So you have it like for breakfast all week long. And obviously you can change up your ingredients if you so desire. You can do banana as well. Banana's another thing you can do in place of applesauce or pumpkin. But it's just gonna give you some banana flavor. So you can make a blueberry banana muffin. So completely up to you. Ignore the noise in the background. That is my cat playing with her toy. And she is going ham. Anyways, but this is it, guys. So we're gonna bake this at 350. I baked it for, I believe, 25 minutes the other day. So we're gonna bake this and see how long it takes. And it's gonna get kind of, crispy on the top slightly, but still be moist on the inside. So we'll see how it turns out. Okay guys, so this is the final product. So we just pulled it out of the oven. So it's in this little ramekin right here. So it's nice and brown on the top. So I ended up baking it for about 35 minutes. Yes, my stove's dirty, don't look at it. But see, it's nice and like it's cooked all the way through, I believe. But it's pretty cool. So I'm gonna have that for breakfast tomorrow. So I'm gonna show you guys that recipe. It's awesome. I love finding new recipes, and this is going to be clutch. So whenever I'm out of prep, that's kind of hot. Once I am officially out of prep, and I'm gonna be having some off-season goals I'm trying to reach. So I won't have a show date in mind. And I love to bake and cook, so I'm gonna love trying new recipes. Once I have more macros to work with as well, that's going to give me some more freedom to try out new things. But this is great for prep. So like, this is an awesome recipe, just very low carb, low calorie. I may top it with some sugar-free maple syrup, just a little bit, but I may not even need it. I did that the other day, but I didn't put the stevia in it, so I think it'll be fine without it. but I just microwave it for about a minute and a half to heat it up. But I baked it at 350 for about 35 minutes to get it cooked all the way through. So obviously if you do like a loaf pan, it's gonna take longer because it's gonna be thicker. But I want to share that recipe with y'all. So I'll see you guys in the next clip. If you give it a try, let me know. I'll tag Caroline's baking page in the description too, so y'all can go to her page. She is possibly doing like a cookbook, but she does post recipes on her page as well. So you guys better check it out. So I wanted to share with you guys a little bit of a supplement haul. So just a few things I ordered, supplements, and then just some little fun like protein snacks and stuff like that. So I ordered from 2 different companies. So we have PE Science and then Bowmar Nutrition. So I've ordered these before in one of my previous videos. So y'all may have seen those before, but we'll kind of start over there. So Bowmar Nutrition, they have meat sticks. So it's like a different version of a healthier Slim Jim, if you will. But there's a lot of companies that have these now, but they're like just snack sticks. So kind of like a jerky. So these are teriyaki flavored. And then the original, so their macros on them are very good. So for 1 stick, it's 10 grams of protein, 7 grams of fat, and 4 grams of carbs, 110 calories, and they're actually very thick. So they're not like really skinny like a Slim Jim. They're more meatier, so you actually feel like you're eating something. So they're like a bigger, thicker meat stick. So that's the teriyaki ones. I like that flavor. And then we got the original. And then, so these macros on this, 10 grams of protein, 2 grams of carbs, 8 grams of fat. So 1 more gram of fat, but less carbs for the original. So I got those. And then I ordered, these are actually for my mom, but I ordered these for her. So these are like a protein brownie with collagen. So she loves chocolate, anything sweet. So I'm trying to get her just a healthier snack option. So just protein brownies. The Bowmars have like all the different nut butters and things, and I used to love these. Like I used to order a bunch of different flavors, and they were out of stock for a long time because of just COVID and ingredients and stuff, so I didn't have them. But I ordered the cookie butter. So this is a cashew butter, but it's like a higher protein nut spread. So versus just like regular like peanut butter that's just, you know, mainly high in fat. But for 2 tablespoons, it's 11 grams of fat, 7 grams of carbs, and 10 grams of protein. But it's supposed to mimic like a Biscoff cookie, if you know what Biscoff is. But normally like 2 tablespoons of peanut butter has 16 grams of fat, and this only has 11. So it's lower in fat, higher in protein than like your regular nut butter. But those, they have tons of different flavors, but I just got the one, trying to control myself. And then I got 2 sample things from them. So this is the protein apple pie oatmeal. This is just a protein powder sample. I got it before, and I really liked it, but I'm gonna try it one more time before I order the big tub, because it's been a while since I had it. And then they had a protein pumpkin hot chocolate. So it's like a pumpkin spice hot chocolate. So I got those samples to try. I love getting samples and trying out different things. Then I got the samples of these. So this is they have these protein brownies that I got, but they have a protein blondie. So this is like a cookies and cream blondie. I haven't ever had it before, so I wanted to try it. So the macros on this. So the brownie, 220 calories, 6 grams of fat, 26 carb, and 15 protein. So very good for a brownie, you know. Obviously, it's not going to be the real thing, but it's a good thing to replace it. And then they have cookies as well, and I'm trying the birthday cake cookie. They have a salted chocolate chip. I've tried it before, and it's good. I bought the whole box of those before, but I haven't tried the birthday cake, and I'm curious just how sweet it is, so I'm going to try it. Cypress. My cat is playing with her toy ball. That's what that noise is. But birthday cake, these have collagen in them too, but I didn't really get them for that reason, but they do. Anyway, so that's Bowmar Nutrition, just a few, mainly just snack stuff. From PE Science, so I've showed y'all lately that I've been using their like vanilla protein powder, and my dad had given me a thing of it for Christmas. So he introduced me to it, I guess, but I've heard of PE Science before, but I've just never, there's so many companies out there. Obviously, you just don't order from all of them to try them, but they have a lot of different flavors, and I got some of their samples a while back as well, so I was able to try different ones. So I ordered the frosted chocolate cupcake protein powder. So this is whey protein, I know I've been cutting out dairy, but the whey protein doesn't seem to bother my stomach at all, so I've still been eating whey. But 1 scoop is 24 grams of protein, 1.5 grams of fat, and 1 gram of carbs. Wild. Cypress. Oh my gracious. Give me this. Alright guys, my bad. Anyways, continue. Only 1 gram of carb for this, and it's very good. It's chocolatey, but it's not like a deep dark chocolate flavor, I guess because it's like a frosted cupcake, so it has like the vanilla in there too as well. But it's very good, so I've been using it to make my ice cream at night, something different flavor. But you can buy a tub of protein powder, a sample, and then they have these smaller packs, so you don't have to buy a whole tub, but you get more than just 1 serving. So these 2 are 5 servings each, so it's like a little baggie. But I got the cake pop. I had it in a sample before and it was very good, and I wanted to try their strawberry cheesecake. So I haven't had this one yet, so I'm excited to try it. So I got 5 servings of those, and they sent me some samples. They actually sent me some samples of the cake pop, so I got more of that, and then another sample of, I got the peanut butter cookie sample. I wanted to try it. The only thing with the samples is they're a half serving, so they're not a full scoop. So that is something I wasn't aware of to begin with, and so you have to take that into account when you go to make whatever you're going to use it for. But these half servings are perfect if you want to make like a protein frosting. So just kind of mix it with either a little bit of water or a little bit of milk, and just get it, you know, don't make it it's real thin like you're going to drink it. Make it real thick like a paste, and you can put it on a rice cake. And it's very good. The texture and everything's good. I did that with the vanilla before, and it was amazing. It was so good. I was very shocked. I got those samples. They sent me another sample of one of their pre-workouts, raspberry lemonade, and then the high volume like pump product, so melon berry twist. I've never really used a pump product that much. I know a lot of people do, but it's something I have never really done a lot, but it's caffeine free. But you take it right before training, but it's supposed to help you. It's Supreme Nitric Oxide Matrix. I'm not really sure how all this works anyways, but it's a pump formula to help you get a pump when you exercise, when you strength train. Then I just ordered the standard True Creatine and the glutamine, so just 2 more of my staple supplements. I just try to get, when I go to order something from a new company, I try to like obviously get as much as I can in my order. Either you can get free shipping, and just to keep having to pay for shipping for 2 different companies. So instead of like going to the Raw Nutrition to get my creatine like I normally buy, I just ordered it along with this to kind of kill 2 birds with 1 stone. You know, just being efficient and not spending extra money on shipping and all that if you don't have to. So anyways. But I just ordered a few things, just some snack stuff. I'm really liking the PE Science stuff that I've ordered so far, so and they're cheaper than a lot of other companies. And you get free shipping, I think either on all orders or like if you order $50 worth, which isn't hard to do. $50 you get, you know, if you get 2 things of protein, you got it. But they're cheap compared to a lot of other companies. But I know Jeff Nippard is like a big sponsored by PE Science, and he's been sponsored by them forever. But anyways, I got a couple of their vegan samples as well last time, and they were good. So I'll try more of that. But I wanted to show you guys this, and now we're just gonna have a little real talk. So I'm gonna move somewhere. I did want to share with y'all real quick before we have our little sit down talk about my meat sticks and like protein bars and stuff, what I do with them. So they come in these nice boxes, you know, so you could keep them in the boxes. But I have like these, you know, just the canisters that you have in the kitchen, and I don't have anything in them necessarily. So I put like my meat sticks, these are like little rice cake things that I bought a while back, and then like protein bars and stuff, I put them in these little canisters. So I have these, you know, just on my kitchen counter, and you get rid of the boxes, and like the boxes the protein bars come in and everything, so you get rid of all that and just stick them in there. And then, you know, just like a little cookie jar, I guess you could say. I have my little snack jars, but I wanted to show y'all, I just put these in there, so just for easy storage, and just, you know, less clutter. All right guys, so I just kind of wanted to record a little bit like of a prep update, mentally where I'm at, just kind of how I felt the last few weeks. Obviously I haven't been recording like my weekly vlogs like I, was doing in prep for my first show. I've just kind of been doing some different things. But I just haven't been recording like all throughout the week like I was doing before. But so I just want to kind of give you guys an update. I've already touched on a little bit just how I've been feeling as far as energy and just how exhausted I've been. And then I've hinted a little bit whenever I did my grocery haul the other day, like I bought a few snack things because I've been like the cravings have been hitting a little bit more, and I've just been like the hunger and just ready to eat some normal food. Those feelings have just kind of been, coming like more evident, I guess you could say. I've just been feeling them more strongly. So I just kind of want to give you guys a raw and real update of how I'm feeling. So yesterday we just hit 4 weeks out. So I'm less than 4 weeks out, and I like to think, really it's 3 weeks because peak week tends to be a little bit easier. I know this last peak week was very hard, just being tired, and the artificial, cutting out the artificial sweeteners and stuff was tough, but the workouts and stuff are a lot easier. Anyway, so I'm just like, really it's 3 weeks. But I don't know, it's like the last few weeks, and this is my first time ever doing more than one show, like in a season, like in a prep. So I've, it's like in my mind, I've already done the show one, I've already done one. So it's like the build up to this show isn't as monumental, I guess you could say. And that first show was such a big deal to me, like since 2019, I have not been able to prep and just had a really hard time mentally with food and everything, and finally getting over that was just such a huge deal to me. But this prep, like for this second show, so I had 8 more weeks, in between shows, and it's different. Like, I'm still excited about it, and the format's going to be a little bit different, so I'm excited, and it's going to be in a different, venue. It's going to be in my home state of Georgia. I think it's a fairly decent sized show too. It's the Sid Gillian Peach Classic. This is only the 2nd year they've had it, so last year was the first time she ever put on the show. But I think it's a decent sized show according to what my coach has said. So I'm excited to do it. I am excited. I booked my hotel. I booked that this past week. So I already have that. I need to do makeup and register for it this week. Probably they have like a price increase if you wait after like May 1st to register. So I'll probably go ahead and register just so I don't, save the money, I guess. But I had a moment last weekend where I literally was sitting there because I don't know, it's just been tough these last few weeks. My energy's been so low. I've just been starting to like miss out on things, I feel like just have some FOMO. And I think part of it's because it's getting close to summertime, and it's like, you want to go out with friends and hang out, and I've just been wanting to go out to eat with friends, and I can't. Like, I haven't been eating out on prep. I've just been eating at home. So it's like I'm really missing out on some life stuff. Like, I want to be with my friends. I want to cook. I love to cook. And it's like it's getting summertime, so you have like fresh vegetables and stuff, which is still healthy. But it's like, you just have to be so precise with prep. But I want to make these new recipes, and I want to cook, eat with family. Like, we had Easter. I had my aunt's birthday, and I had to go and just look at the cake and look at the pizza. And it's just, I don't know, it's just been getting to me more than it had been. Like, I'll prep for that first show. It's like it didn't bother me at all. Like, I was so, tunnel vision, and I'm still focused. Like, I'm still hitting on my workouts, still doing all my cardio, hitting on macros. I have not binged, have not eaten like anything off plan. The only thing I've done is I've caught myself wanting like a nibble of things here and there. Like, I want a bite of what Rex is eating, like just one bite. And it's like I haven't been doing that. So it's just starting to get to me a little bit, and I'm trying to do my best to just push through, like, Bethany, 4 weeks, and then you can have it. Not free for all. We're still gonna reverse diet, but I'll have more freedom. Anyways, you get what I mean. But I am excited for this show, and it's like after my first show, I had a hard time like getting back into posing practice and stuff. I just kind of, and I got more comfortable with posing. So part of me is like, oh, you're good. Like, your posing was very good at the first show. But no, I've got to keep working on it. It's still something you have to ingrain in you, have that routine down to a science, you know, where you can't get it wrong. And so I've been, you know, obviously picked back up my posing and doing more with that. I did tell y'all earlier I had a session with Caroline, my coach's wife. We did a posing session this past week. So I did a session with her, so I hadn't used Lauren since my last show. The only reason is because she said she was going to be there the day of and she was going to pose me and everything. And I never heard from her again. Like, she wasn't there. I follow on Instagram, obviously, and I saw her. She was at the beach, like she was on the water, and she was nowhere to be found. And she had told me that she'd pose me, and it just kind of, I don't know. I just kind of a little disappointed. Anyway, so I just haven't had a session with her again. But Caroline helped me, like, she posed me a little bit with my coach and stuff. Y'all saw on my show day video. Or my one day out video, so obviously she knows what she's doing too. So anyways, and just kind of keeping it within the team, and I really liked Caroline too, and it's just, obviously it's easier because she knows what David, like, she kind of knows more about, you know, me, my story or whatever, being coached by her husband. So anyways, I did a session with her, but I just been mentally, it's been hard. I just haven't, I'm just ready. I'm ready for off season. I'm going to be honest. Like, I'm excited to do the second show. I'm getting a little bit leaner. I'm not leaning out as fast as I thought I would, like, between shows. And that's kind of a mental thing. But even though my weight isn't dropping as fast, I'm noticing differences. Like, my coach was like, we're definitely dropping body fat wise. He's like, the scale just isn't, you know, really showing it. And I can tell, like, I can see striations in my delts and veins are popping out, and I can see more lines and definition in, like, my glutes, and I can see my tie-ins slightly. They're there. They're wanting to pop through. They just hadn't quite made an appearance yet. But I can see changes, but the scale is just, you know, you got to ignore it to a point and not worry about it. So I am excited for this show, but I'm ready to grow. Like, I feel very small. Like, my legs, obviously, you never have as much muscle as you think you're going to have. So my glutes and my quads are so small. I'm like, no quads, guys. I'm ready to build some legs. Like, I'm excited. And next weekend I'm going to a powerlifting meet with some of my friends, and they are all so strong. And I'm like, I'm ready. I'm ready to eat and grow. Like, I'm excited. And I never thought I'd feel this way. Like, I never thought I would enjoy the improvement season part of bodybuilding so much. But this last year, it really showed me, you know, you get to live, have more freedom, live more life, you know, get to go out and eat with friends and stuff. Obviously, the more on track that you are, the better off your off season is going to be. You're not going to put on excess body fat, and that's the goal. I don't plan on getting up to the same weight that I was when I started prep this time. I don't plan on getting, I say that big, but I don't plan on being that weight. But I am ready just to have some freedom, get to go out with my husband, go eat, we went to the movies yesterday, guys. I love popcorn at the movies. I didn't eat any. I didn't get one piece. I was proud of myself because that's lately I've been wanting to have little bites. I did not have a piece. We did go out to eat after, though, and I ate. I planned it ahead. We went to Ruby Tuesday, and I got the blackened tilapia with broccoli and zucchini, because it was my rest day, so my carbs were low. And, like, you know, if I were to get a sweet potato or something, I would have had to just guess the amount because I'm not bringing my scale to a restaurant. So I just went with the vegetables and the fish, and it was very good. Like, and I kind of left myself some fats for the day too, because just in case, to kind of counter any of the oil or anything they may have used. But we did go out for like a day yesterday, so that was nice. But I'm just ready to be able to live life a little bit. And I'm just like, but really, 4 weeks, in the grand scheme of things, in the grand scheme of life, it is not that long. So that's why I'm like, I can keep pushing. But guys, I literally last weekend, I told Rex, like, I was sitting there thinking, because it's just been so hard, and I was like, I haven't signed up for the show. I hadn't booked my hotel yet. I haven't booked makeup. I've already done one show. So, like, I've already prepped, and I did a show and prepped for it. And it's like my coach, like, he's not going to make me do it. So I was like, I literally could just stop prep and just, you know, go ahead and go into off season if I wanted to. And I told Rex that, and he was like, yeah. He's like, you could. He was like, it's totally up to you. You know, I support you either way. Because he's ready. He's ready for me to be done too. So we can go and I can enjoy with him wherever we go and just have more, just live a little more life, you know, enjoy stuff more. Because prep, if you're going to do it right and you're going to be successful at it, you know, it's an obsession almost. Like you have to devote 100% of your days, your time, your hours to it. Whether it's meal prep, whether it's training, cardio, whatever it is, posing, it requires all of you. So it kind of pulls you away from other things. This is why you have to prioritize your relationships though. Like that's one thing my coach really stresses is prioritizing your relationships before you start prep. So therefore it kind of carries on into prep and you keep your people, your loved ones at the forefront and don't let how you feel, you know, affect your relationships. But it was nice to go on a date yesterday because we haven't been doing that very much. But I'm like 4 weeks, I can make it 4 weeks. And I've told, you know, I've talked to Rex about it. He's like, we got our whole life like together. You know, we're okay for 4 weeks. Like he's been so supportive. Like I'm so grateful. Because my first prep in 2019, he had a hard time too because obviously he didn't know what to expect. And when we got married, he didn't know I was going to do this. Like, I didn't know I was going to do this. So he didn't know what he was getting into. So he had a hard time like with me having to go to the gym and leave at 8 o'clock at night to go finish cardio, and he wanted me to stay home, and I'm like, I gotta go. Like, so we both struggled last time, but this time it's been so much better. I'm better as far as I knew what to expect and how I was going to treat him, obviously, and prioritize our marriage and everything, and he knew what to expect and knew the kind of devotion and commitment that I was fixing to have to give to this prep. So he's been selfless in that way. So it's been awesome. But yeah, I just wanted to share an update with y'all. I've been mentally struggling a little bit, but we're pushing through. I want to do this last year. Like, I'm excited too. I'm excited, and I'll be so proud of myself for pushing through and I talked to my coach about the exhaustion and stuff, and just like physically, like my legs having to get up and walk at work and do things at work is just awful. Like mentally, I've been decent. Like I've had a couple, I feel like prep brain moments, but it's just the physical exhaustion. I've never been so fatigued in my life. Like it's been awful. But he was like, literally, he said, if you're going to be like, not just me, but like competitors, if you're going to be lean enough, the last like 4 to 6 weeks are like off, like just torture. Like it is a mental struggle, and you develop some serious grit during this part. That's what, like with my first prep for the show I just did, the Clash, I didn't suffer that bad. Like leading up to it, peak week was hard, but I really didn't suffer as bad as I expected. And I wasn't lean enough. And now I'm leaner, but I'm still not, you know, the leanest. But I'm suffering now. Like it's definitely reflecting, and that's why it's cool to be this lean and see these lines and feel just shredded, but you feel like trash. And I'm ready to feel good and have energy and eat food. So yeah, I just want to update y'all. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, the supplement haul and the recipe with my blueberry pumpkin muffin. I really am enjoying that. I'm ready to make some healthy recipes and try out some different things. So that's, you know, on the horizons once we finish prep. But please like this video if y'all enjoyed it. Please hit that subscribe button. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.